One of the main pressure points for the crisis is the Greek island of Lesbos. Hoda Abdelhamid is there with more.
Hundreds, sometimes thousands of refugees land on the shores of Lesbos every day. They arrive on overcrowded boats from Turkey. The majority are Syrians. Often, entire families are on the move, distressed and tired.
I didn't want to leave, but these are my children. They stopped going to school and university. There's no more life, only fear. We had no choice.
A few meters away, another boat on the horizon. And another. And one more. This rubber dinghy's engine was broken, so they were adrift. We could hear them scream and shout for help. It's the current that brought them to the coast. And for a moment, there's an outburst of joy. But there's also so much anxiety. In a faint voice, Reem says, "I'm scared. No one cares about us."
We have no value anymore. We have become a commodity and people make money off our back. We are a trading commodity.
The entire northeast coast of this island looks like this now. Pile after pile of life jackets discarded by the refugees as soon as they touch land. And it goes on for kilometers on end. There are also some personal belongings, a tiny little life jacket. One can just imagine the baby on board. And then here is the rubber dinghy they came across with. The first thing the refugees do is that they puncture it because they are afraid to be sent back to Turkey, when actually there's absolutely no one here to assist them. So they walk and walk. The closest camp and registration center is about 40 kilometers away.
I was expecting the police to help us out at least for the first night. We don't have food or water. I never thought my life would turn out this way. There's no other way to reach Europe than through smuggling. We were obliged to take this route to survive.
It's too exhausting for little Mustafa and his younger brother Hamdo. They fled Idlib because their parents couldn't guarantee their safety.
I tell them we are travelling to have a better life, but I never thought it would be so hard. Had I known, I would have stayed in Syria under the bombs. It's less humiliating, but now it's too late.
Nobody knows exactly how many refugees are on Lesbos. The mayor's estimate is about 25,000 people. The island cannot cope anymore and has been asking for emergency funding. So there's a backlog of people waiting at the port. It's a long process. Tensions often flare. And for the new arrivals, the only option is to wait their turn before continuing their journey across Europe. Hoda Abdelhamid, Al Jazeera, Lesbos Island.